Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Beast on bars. Have a nice day. Have a nice day indeed. Let's see what this market will bring us. What's up, Offer? Indra, Drunkeness. What's up, my people? How are you? Let's get it. Market looks bullish today, huh? Let's see if we find any trades. Christian, what's up, my man? It's my last day as 20s. My last day as 20s. What the fuck? Guys, what the fuck? It's my last day in 20s. I don't want to get old. Where's the orb? It's not too bad. Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling 25. I'm looking 25. 30 is the new 26. Exactly. I'm turning 26 tomorrow. Exactly that. Breaking out the orb just now. Okay. No trades for me today so far. Just got. I wish you the best at your 30s. Lost my hair around that time. I'm already losing my hair, so I'm on my way there. Teniki, what's up, my man? All bumped for the birthday? Of course. My girlfriend keeps saying, this is your last gym as a 29 years old. This is let's go watch your last sunset. I was like, shut the fuck up. We're turning 26 tomorrow, not 30. Well, of course, I'm hyped. I am hyped. Okay, we have a bullish orb, bullish breakout right now. God damn. Last stream at 29, gotta go big. Why not? Let's get some money. APV, how are you, APV? What's up, my man? We trading minis today. Oh, minis. My account size is too small for minis. I will hit my DLL with one trade. Oh man, I had a nice gym today. My last gym as 29, as my girlfriend said. But the market is bullish. Anyone got 25k points? Market is bullish. Let's see. As long as it stays bullish, looking for longs. Potential resistance 450s. 1 hour EMA. I think we're gonna test potentially, 400s, 450s. Maybe look for short. Other than that, trend so far is bullish. I wouldn't short this. How big is the orb? 136 points, not the biggest orb as well. Maybe we got some New York Viva pre-test. We only have 2 minutes to open the 4-hour candle. We don't have, guys, give me a one. Give me 1 minute of be right back. 1 minute. Let's go. We are back. Oh. Rowie, what's up, my man? How are you, Rowie? We were discussing how it's my last stream as 20s, in my 20s. I don't want to talk about it. How's components? We have NVIDIA earnings today after Bell. I'm expecting more range, but I might be wrong. Today is probably the most important day for the markets. NVIDIA earnings usually are more important than anything else. And we'll see how it plays out. We have orb retest. Okay, we have 4-hour candle opening. I'm gonna look for longs at potentially 265. Yeah, 250s, 265, 250s. Again, that 231 until 260s, I think, is a fair place to find potential longs if we continue higher. Okay, we are at the VWAP deviation, but I wouldn't long it from here, even though we are retesting orb. It seems like we are getting a little bit... I don't have account size to trade 20 micros. My DLL is 1000, so it will take 25 points to get me locked out. Otherwise, I will do it. I have one account that is not valid anymore. So maybe we do there. But let's see. I'm looking for 250s, maybe even 220s. Let's see. This is the 4-hour candle opening that I want to see if you look to play the trend. We are a little bit... Like we had a VWAP deviation band reaction. We haven't expanded them today, so I'm not expecting a strong reaction from the VWAP deviation bands. I'm looking more or less like a trendy day. I think we can go to 500s today. We have a lot of untapped highs there. But first, let's flush out some late longs. And then I think we can long this market quite safely. Let's see if we get any good confluence. I'm still looking for 250s, 230s. Row, it's tomorrow. Waiting for directional clarity. Yeah, I think we are quite bullish until 450s. 450s will be my first point, like where I will potentially be like, okay, we might find some resistance at 450s. Otherwise, I think we have a quite... We can go to 600s, to be honest. But I'm still looking to see, okay, if you don't close 5 minutes into the orb, that's gonna be... that's gonna make the entry more difficult. I mean, just long the orb, 260. I mean, the 250 level is in my opinion, quite good. Let's see where the bears finish this. They are trying a little bit. Are we seeing anything in the order flow? Not really. In terms of news, I don't think we can get anything super negative. Knock on the wood, but we have everything is... I think everything right now in the market is about NVIDIA earnings. Stuart, my boy, what's up? No, I haven't taken any trades. I started like 10 minutes ago as well, so... struggling to close. Yeah, I mean, if we close above 700s, can get super strong. I'm still waiting that we're gonna sweep those 250s. I mean, we already visited them one time, so maybe we're not gonna even go there. But that would make the long, in my eyes, super attractive. Right now, it looks like we are longing the highs. Might not be the case in 1 hour where this highs is... Man, my nose is a little bit blocked today. Where this highs is 100 points higher, right? We're gonna bump another 100 points, then you're not longing the highs. It's just like, I want to entry at 250s, and I feel like my stop will be like 220s, will be 90 point stop loss, which I don't want right now in this. We're not like in all-time high markets where you can long super safely, in my opinion. It's just, it feels like a bullish day so far. We're still kinda navigating the 4-hour opening. I'm honestly hoping we're gonna come to those 260s, 220s, 230s. Like this area, I'm looking for longs. Because there I know that if those 220s break, I might not want to be in a trade anymore. The question is timing, because I think we can flip to bullish. We can start pumping anytime right now. Okay, we closed 5 minutes into the orb on NQ. Gives me more hope that we might find an entry. Now, if we actually close another 5-minute candle above the orb, I might jump into longs at the highs, but right now it's giving me what I want to see. I want 250s. Come on, we have 50 point drop to good to do. Okay, there's a little bit flush. Little bit, nothing major. How's the short time frame stochastic agrees with me. Short time frame stochastic is beautiful for potential pullback. Coming outside of that 65 RSI as well. There's some hope. There's some hope that we're gonna get a nice pullback here. The 250s. If we find any bounce in 250s, I'm gonna go into longs. Otherwise, I'm gonna let this market play out. But any sign of reversal at 250s, you will see me in longs. Come on, a little bit more. Can we get 30 points more down, please? For my birthday. Drop it for my birthday. ES is looking strong. ES potentially going for yesterday's highs already. NQ still missing that one flush. Even 270s, I might start building the position. It's just... as long as we don't close 5 minutes outside of the orb, I'm not feeling FOMO. Yosos, thank you. Tomorrow is the birthday. Yeah, okay. Let's see. I want strong flash. How's the tilt? 54% short. Nice. Market is starting to lean towards shorts based on what they see. That's good. That's good. Let the market fall for a bear trap. That's what we want. That's what I want. It's still 290s. I want to see 250s, 230s. Would be a nice level to tap into, but we might not get what we want. ES is testing the orb high quite strongly still, not closing any candles into the orb like NQ. How's the rest of the market? Bumpy. I'm not gonna buy it from the level that I don't like. And right now the level that I want to buy is potentially 250s. It's still 250s, right? Right? I like lower time frame stochastics too. We are super overbought on stochastics. Hopefully we can have a shitty bullback. What is your birthday meal going to be? We all know you like curly cocktails like me, but you just food details. I don't know, to be honest. It's a surprise for me. I don't know where I'm taken tomorrow. Come on, come on. We have 20 points to go. There's the flash. There's the... I like what we are getting from this market right now. I still prefer longs. Not shifting right now my sentiment. I think this is exactly what you want to see from the 4-hour candle opening. This is absolutely beautiful. We need about 20 points more and I'm starting to go in. We are getting there with the lower time frame stochastics. Okay, this is now getting to my liking. Nice, nice. Let's flash it. Nice. Okay. I start looking for longs here. I'm gonna scale into this position potentially. One. We're gonna scale another one in 240s. And what's the last level I wanna scale into this? 247. $247 and 220s. Not setting my TP yet. Okay, we have the 250s now. This is the level that I wanted to see. Let's see if we start bouncing from here. Okay, we are in with 2. We are in with 3 potentially. Didn't get in with 3. What's the EMAs? Yep, yep. Still like the idea. 238. Yeah. I might missed my one order by a little bit. 237. 238 was the level of interest. Is it 400s? Yeah, I think 400s is a realistic target if you start pushing up. Now is the hope that we don't get any nasty Trump candles. You know what I mean? 205. 200 is a key level. Yeah, but we need to start seeing some buyers coming in here based on the levels. Now we need to see buyers coming in. Shagun, what's up? I want to see the 400 level today. But it don't be up exactly. How's ES? Decided to start AMP account but have a data feed question. I forgot the level data they give you, but maybe level 1. Okay, Stuart, I'm gonna give you a really bad answer because I remember you have to subscribe to the some data, but okay. So what I did, and I asked help from ChatGPT, is what I did was I asked. Okay, wait, let me rephrase. What I had was data in TradingView itself, right? So I didn't need the level 2 data from the AMP because I have level 2 data on TradingView. I pay for it. So what I did was I chose the cheapest and the number one option on AMP, which was like $7 per month. They take it from your account balance, right? I chose that option and that was it. But I asked ChatGPT, I said ChatGPT like, hey, that's my TradingView subscription. Why would I need to pay for AMP? I sent the screenshots and then ChatGPT told me to take the first option, which was the cheapest one in AMP. Could you explain why going long right now? Clearly orb high fell right. I can't listen right now, but I'll do it home at office. Just the bullish sentiment from the open, riding the trend. We closed many candles below, sorry, not below, above EMAs. I think we have good targets at 400s. This is the 4-hour candle opening you want to see. If you ride the trend, you want to see the 4-hour candle going against you in a sense, against the trend. Just bullish bias based on higher time frame EMAs and how we closed. I think we can easily tap 400s. I rather find a trade here than at the orb highs once it's confirmed, right? Just giving me the better risk reward than if I trade from here, in my opinion. And we don't have any divergences at the highs as well that will like make sense for me that this market will shift into bearish. It's just how we closed all the high time frame EMAs. We actually closed last 1 hour above 100 EMA as well. Sure, has to, and the trading was cheaper in terms of value. Yeah, I think it was the same for me, to be honest, Stuart. I did it in May or April, I don't remember. But I just did what ChatGPT said, and I know that I chose the cheapest option in AMP. If we retest the orb high and we fail, I might close this trade, but we're holding the VWAP so far. We'll see. Can we sweep London and Asia lows before we go up? Probably. I think market will stay quite bullish before Nvidia earnings, to be honest. But I don't like how we are not finding so much bounce at those 250s, so I'm gonna make my scaling a little bit. I'll manage my risk a little bit. Add my position a little bit lower. I still want to be with 3 micros in this trade. Short time frame kind of resetting as well. There are some signs that don't make me like this long so much. Like 15-minute bull trap. Not what you want to see with overbought stochastic on 15 minutes. But I still think that as long as we don't break below those 250s, 230s. You play the probability of those high time frame EMAs holding us. Can we flash lower before that and I get stopped out? Sure. But I think this is kind of perfect move from the markets to flush out a little bit longs. Oh yeah, that Reddit post was garbage. I'm gonna backtest the strategy for 20 years without stop loss. I don't consider ATR, I don't consider high time frame market structure, whether we are in range or whether we are trendy market. There was like, it's the same thing. If you give the same strategy for 10 people, only 2 will make money with the strategy. It's in trading, it's not about strategy. Like, you need to have some kind of entry models and strategy, right? But I'm limiting my risk a little bit. I don't like how we are not finding pounds here. I'm risking about 50 points more or so. I was hoping we have a little bit more V pounds from those 230s. Right now it looks like it wants to... We'll see if we hold this VWAP or I get stopped out. That's a nice 5-minute opening, to be honest. When we get super wide orb, what are the things you're looking at when deciding whether it's gonna give trending or inverse orb? Inverse orb is when the orb is really much higher than the ATR. So if 15-minute ATR is, let's say, 200, and we get 800 point orb, I'm looking to inverse because I don't expect market to go 5 times ATR breakout, right? Because if I play the breakout from 700 point orb, that essentially means that the market needs to rally another, I don't know, 300, 400 points minimum, right? To make sense for orb trade. God damn, we're gonna flash me from this trade. Yeah, it's gonna stop me out, right? Yeah, it's speaking some volume. Yeah, it's stopping me out. Okay. But right now I wouldn't play inverse orb just because the orb itself is not so wide compared to the ATR. We are getting 132, and let me see what the ATR is. ATR is... I hope it didn't flash me, and actually now we're going. Where's my ATR indicator? Let's see. I want for this one. And also, you choose inverse orb when we have more range market on a higher time frame. Okay, if we flush those lows, we might bounce from here, to be honest. We might flush from here. It actually stopped me out, and we might flush. We might go from here. We're still not seeing a... God damn, it actually stopped me out, and it goes from here. My stop was 204. Come on, 4 points. I will see how this 15-minute candle closes, but this is would be a little bit unfortunate. Man, we don't go back. No. Wait. This is the place where market wants to find pounds. I don't want to be wrong with 4 points in terms of getting stopped out before market goes. And I don't see volume with this selling. That's what makes me really hesitant in terms of like switching to shorts. Okay, we're getting a little bit flush here. That's nice. Now we are below my stop loss. That's good. Key 8. Okay, we're picking some pace for the sellers. We went from one wave activation bands to another, huh? Almost. Mm. 200's holding still. I'm interested to see how this 15-minute candle closes. But it really depends on the context, Christian, whether the like you want to play inverse orb to the for longs if you have super trendy market to the upside, right? If you have super bullish trend on a higher time frame, you want to play the inverse orb from the orb lows. If it's super bearish market, you want to play the inverse orb here, because essentially when it's super bullish market, you are expecting that we're gonna break the orb high at some point and keep rallying to the new highs, right? Because it's a trendy market on higher time frame. I'm not talking about right now, I'm talking in general. Now, the next thing is, if you don't have super trendy market, but it's a range market, in range market, if the higher time frame is showing you big range, you want to kind of find the reversals at the edges of the range, right? So in that case, if the orb aligns with the range edges, that's when you want to play the inverse orb again. Like let's say this orb high is the high of the high time frame range. As soon as you see candle close into it, makes sense to maybe play the inverse orb. And then the last piece is when the orb itself just is extremely big, because that kind of, for me, sends a probability note that we're gonna range for the whole session, and you can use the 15-minute orb as your potential like range edges. Okay, let's see. We didn't hold the 230s, 250s. That's where I wanted to buy. So right now, if we close below those EMAs, can get quite bearish, to be honest. I'm not sure if I have bought the idea of like mega thumb today, but we might be starting something. I'm not rushing into new trade. This wants to go lower. Let it go lower. I'm looking to see if we have potential divergence with these lows. That's the only thing I'm interested. But yeah, that was a nice short, not long. I really thought we were gonna hold that 250 level, but we didn't. So now we need to look for new trade. I still think that we're gonna have a more range session than the directional day because of the Nvidia earnings. Okay, but we have the lower time frame stochastic now reset. That's good. 9 minutes still has room. 6 minutes. Okay, we have a little bit room to reset the lower time frame stochastics. This market really turned around, huh? I'm glad my stop loss was only 50 points, because I was quite confident in those 250 levels. But that hourly candle, it's quite nasty turnaround. I still like longs though. I still like longs. Take out these lows. I want to see some divergence now for the longs. Then close inside orb would be bad sign for shorts. How's the tilt now? 51% still long, huh? Market still believing into reversal from here. I don't see what's holding us on 170s more than it was in 250s. In 250s, I see so much more support, although this is a key level. Where's my key areas? This is Bitcoin. Okay, we have the 15-minute candle opening. I want to see how this 15-minute candle opens. This can get very juicy because we are now closing below those EMAs on 15-minute as well. That's no bueno. That's not good 15-minute opening for longs, in my opinion. Retest 9 EMA, 216. That's not good close for bulls. But this chop is real on a higher time frame, 1 hour. Yeah, in that sense, it looks like a lower high, but I'm not convinced from either. I'm not convinced by bears. I'm not convinced by the bulls. I want to see divergence at the lows for me to look for new long. Some kind of divergence. We didn't take out these lows, right? No. We took out the New York low. That's the only divergence I see. We had a big volume coming in. Did we have buyer volume coming in? Don't like this 15-minute opening for bulls. Interesting. Let's see. This is a little bit volume coming in. Still expect, man, we really went from one wave activation band into another one. Are we gonna dance between those wave activation bands today? 123. Are we really gonna bounce from 160s? I don't see anything. I don't see an order flow. No big orders. The only thing is, are we gonna play? I don't believe we're gonna play inverse orb with such a small orb. We didn't close 5-minute candle above it, so below it, so I guess. Please don't give us another choppy market. Yes, bounce on a daily to 21 EMA. I didn't check daily. NQ looks a little bit different on daily, but I see what you mean there. I still see this market going to the 400s today. Maybe with Nvidia earnings. Okay, I'm gonna play one more long here because we are holding the orb lows. So since we are already holding the orb lows, let's see if it actually holds, or if we're gonna flush these lows as well, and then I might be done trading top step. 500. I don't want to lose more than 500 in a day. Can we get the orb bounce or no? What my stop? Right below the orb. Right below the... If I lose this trade, I'm gonna play only my live account. I think 500 is the maximum I'm willing to lose in a day. More or less. But let's see, if we get another inverse orb, that would be interesting. And we have 15-minute 9 EMA as well, right? 15-minute 9 EMA. 219. Potentially? No. I see. Okay, now we can't go below the orb. Otherwise, this market smacked me in my face today. Play until the orb high, play the orb range. That would make sense if we actually find the bounce. Ay. Let's see if we actually hold the orb low or not. If we don't hold our orb low, it can get quite bad. Maybe I give myself one more chance after we get some divergence, but right now I'm playing the inverse orb, even though I don't like the inverse orb range so much. But market is showing us that we are respecting inverse orb. What's my risk here? 50 points again? Yeah, I'm risking about 50 points again. A little bit more than 100 points TP. But we need to find a little bit stronger pounds. I want to see volume. I don't see anything in the order flow either. Let's see if we can actually find the bounce. Are we actually gonna do inverse orb with 150 point orb? A little bit crazy, no? Taking some partials because this is the VWAP. Nice bounce. Don't like this VWAP reaction so far. Another partial. Too early to go to break even too. Are we actually gonna inverse orb in such a low orb? Such a small orb? See, if we don't get past this VWAP, I might go to break even. But I like lower time frame stochastics. It's not wanting to go past this VWAP. Willing to give a little bit more room if we don't go past this VWAP. But I don't like this VWAP reaction. We have a 9 EMA, 50-minute 9 EMA exactly at the same place as VWAP, so bulls need to crack it. Otherwise, we might continue flushing. And I don't see the volume as well coming in. Market doesn't want to go above the VWAP anymore. Let's keep it break even until we have a confirmation. Yeah, no, VWAP is too strong for this market right now here. How much did we go up from the orb lows? 63 points. That's a strong bounce for 100 and... How wide was the orb? 138. Well, that's a strong bounce. Did I just buy too early on my first attempt? Is the question. Let's see if we actually crack those. Actually crack that weave up. If we don't crack that weave up, not so good. If we crack this weave up, I might raise my target. I still want to see 400s. I still want us to go to 400s. Right here. We'll see. Let's keep our TP there, but I'm gonna see what's gonna happen at orb highs. I will start trading at orb highs. Not too bad bounce, but we need candle closure above the VWAP. Give us a candle closure above VWAP and we are good to go. ES struggling with the VWAP as well right now. We have New York VWAP at 250s. That's where I was buying it last time. Let's see, it is kind of maybe old support turning into resistance. We didn't sweep the lows as well. No, much love to you, Kristen. Shaman on fire? Oh yeah, Shaman is going crazy. Shaman is on fire. I love Shaman. He was on every single stream since the beginning. Unprofitable, not making money. Look at him now. Going crazy every day. Okay, we are kind of cracking the VWAP. I don't like that ES is not cracking the VWAP. ES might drag NQ down here. But if NQ keeps holding the VWAP as a support, we might be on for the races. Yeah, that VWAP is holding us, huh? No passing by. 3 minutes, 5 minutes. I don't see any bear traps too, so we might continue lower. Just please don't give us another 2 hours of chop. That's the only thing I want from this market. Not to be choppy. We need a little bit direction. Yeah. That thing doesn't want to take the VWAP, huh? What was the volume candle? This one? Hmm. Oh my god, imagine if it's just sideways like this here again. You know, like the last 2 weeks almost. New York opens, we get action, and then it's chop. Let's pray it doesn't happen. Let's really pray that it doesn't happen. Crack this VWAP and we fly. We need to get through this VWAP. Then we can actually have a breakout. Come on. You're stronger than the VWAP. You are stronger than this VWAP. Much stronger. Yeah, so hard to find something other than Gurus like commits like this, something that everyone wants to make it in trading needs. I'm glad you guys enjoying it. Although I wish we have like over 1,000 people on Discord and there's only like few people speaking. I wish it was a little bit more active. We had a huge activity with the giveaway, and then it's like, I'm not really good at Discord moderating as well. But I think it's the biggest issue with the Discord. The biggest Discord like flaw right now is unironically it's free. That the Discord is free. That's unironically the thing that is making the Discord inactive. Because if you invest, whether it's $10, $100, or whatever, then you're kind of like you're more committed. You know what I mean? But if it's a free Discord, you're like, I'll join. I want free entries. I don't know what people are expecting. Free entries. Someone save me from unprofitability for free, something like this, right? Absolutely, Lucas. But yeah, I think like having a free Discord, it just makes a lot of people uncommitted. They rather pay for Discord, that is usually quite shitty Discord, and then they talk because like, hey, I paid my money, let me be part of the community. Whereas people saw my green streak few videos and they are like, okay, let me join Discord to be the same. It doesn't work like this, unfortunately. I wish it did. Can we now find the strength on this VWAP? Can we now find the strength on this VWAP? Yes, we can. Let's fucking go. The 3% will make it. True that. Trading is very unforgiving industry in terms of like expecting that I start trading, I will be in the 3%. I actually think it's a much bigger number in terms of who actually make money from the market than 1 or 2%. I think like 1 or 2% comes from the fact that people who tried for a little bit and gave up. But I think the people who actually commit themselves for like 3 years, I think at least 20% of those people who actually commit for 3 years, like really commit. If you commit for 3 years, I think it's the statistic is more like maybe 20% are profitable, another 15% are break even maybe, and then the other ones are losers. It's so accessible, obviously the burn rate is high. And the funny thing about trading is people forget real life when we talk about trading statistics. Everyone is like, oh, but I heard only 2% of traders make money. Well, okay. Let's say you want to become a professional footballer who makes more than average salary. Let's check the percentages there, right? Let's check the percentages in terms of like how many football players make it into Premier League or La Liga or what's the Italian leagues, right? Like the big leagues, or even France League One or whatever. Same in businesses, right? If you take like every single entrepreneur, and if you measure the first year of starting a business, you probably even have a lower percentage of people who actually make money, good money from their business than in trading. Like people oftentimes forget completely the statistics about like real life. Like your probability of starting a business and turning it into success in few years is lower than probably in trading making money, right? Going into pro in, I don't know, basketball, volleyball, football, that's again like your competition is even higher. I think my turning and even fighting, like if you like, I used to train MMA, and I'm not a fighter. I never had a pro fight, although I want to have one day in Thailand. Not pro fight, but the amateur fight. But even in fighting, like they measure success kind of like, if you're MMA fighter, not Muay Thai fighter, you measure your success whether you're gonna reach the UFC or not, right? Even if you get prelims in UFC, even if you get trial in UFC, that's less than 1% of all the fighters. And then we have boxing. Like the money that boxers make, boxing money is much better than UFC money, right? Again, like how many people are boxing, are ruining their health, are ruining their like mental capacity in a sense, right? Because that sport destroys you. How many of them just pay money to get beaten up and hurt themselves and yada yada yada? Professional gamers, exactly. Lucas, I play Counter-Strike on a quite high level. I'm in the 1%. Like if you have like 5 million players, I'm in the last 7,000, 5,000 players in Europe. But Europe is the strongest in Counter-Strike as well. I am in the 1%. I don't make any money from playing. But statistically, I am in the 1%. So it's everything in life. Like people are like, oh, you're trading. I heard 98% of people fail. Well, tell me one thing where you do something independently and you make it to the top and you're not in less than 1%, right? Any tips video? I want to be good at that, but not so good, better at real shooting. Man, I'm playing a lot lately. And I get matched with fucking I get matched with kids who are 14 years old and who have 20,000 hours. 20,000 hours at 14 years old. That's like, those are the kids that are coming against me when I'm playing for Friday fun, right? You queue up, you see your opponent, and it's a fucking 15-year-old kid who has 20,000 hours, haven't seen sunshine all his life. Is he gonna be a successful gamer? Probably not. The chances are still slim. 20,000 hours on the charts case, think about it. Yeah, exactly. If you put like Stuart, think about it, right? This guy will put 20,000 hours into a game without any guarantee that he's gonna make any money whatsoever. And then I'm gonna trail myself into break even for the day. And then if you put 20,000 hours into trading, I guarantee you're gonna make money. You know how to make money all your life. If you put 20,000 hours into markets, I guarantee you will know how to make money for the rest of your life. You're not gonna guarantee this with man, fuck you, Top Step. I still left it as a break even. Yeah, it's madness. I think I'm gonna trade my challenge account on my next trade. I guess it's shared account. No, brother. If you go to, so in Counter-Strike you have something called face. Can't be single player. Oh, of course, single player. You have no idea what the Russian geeks will do on that level, because you need to understand, their idols, the best player in the world right now is this guy, right? If you look at him, I don't judge people in terms of their appearances, but no offense, this guy never went outside before he went to professional. He's number one player. He has more. He's 19 years old. Let's see. Donk hours. He's 19 years old in CS. Approximately 20,000 hours, up to 40,000 hours for 19 years old. So he's the best of the best. Stuart. But he's the best of the best right now. So you have a lot of kids in Russia and anywhere around the world who see this guy. He's probably making like 200,000 every month as a salary, right? He makes like 200, 300,000 every month as a salary. I know top players, like top 5 players, they earn more than 100,000 a month. So you can probably assume that he, as a number one, he's earning probably 200,000 a month as a salary, plus all the tournament winnings, plus all the sponsorships. He can easily make 500,000 a month if he has a good manager and someone who's handling that part for him. But there are so many Russian kids who are 9 years old, see his picture, they don't have anything else to do with their life. They're based in middle of somewhere in Russia, somewhere, and their only dream is to be number 2 of this guy. They want to be the next Donk, right? A disgusting amount of time, yeah. But yeah, it paid off for him, right? He probably wouldn't have found anything else in life that would have paid him millions a year. But there's a lot of people like him who play the same amount and will never be as good as him. Dedication is the issue. I've been asked her in Madrid about trading by a few people, but they just want to open a chart, press one button, no willingness to grind. Kristen, I'm gonna play your song. That's Stuart. That's life. People are fucking lazy. Everyone I tell trading about, you need to dedicate time. Oh, you need to dedicate your life pretty much in the beginning. People are fucking lazy. They want the easy way out because social media is showing everyone the highlights. Like no one posts. Now it's popular to post the hustle and the grind and so on, right? But most of social media is just like, look me at the top. And then everyone is like, okay, I'm seeing everyone at the top. Why can't I be like him or her with the minimal effort? And their dads used to fight bears barehanded. Yeah, I mean, if we talk about few generations back, if they would see our life right now, they will turn in their graves, right? We are quite literally the lazy piece of shit. Like the funniest or the craziest like correlation you can make for me in terms of like history and where we are right now is that every single one of us in the first world countries, even second world countries, our daily breakfast is the same that people used to have who used to rule nations, right? You had to be a fucking king of kings to have like badass breakfast table full of fruits, chewies, eggs. Like that for a normal person, like hell nah. This was like king shit, you know? For you to have a choice of food, like our normal table looks the same as kings and queens table a few hundred years ago. People just call everything a scam too. In my parents' village, everyone is hating on the guy with the McLaren, but he's the one working while the others sleep. He's workaholic. Everyone else is busy talking about him. Oh yeah, People are like, if it's not working for me, it has to be a scam, right? If it's not working for me, it has to be a scam. That's true, Lucas. We bounced into New York VWAP. Man, I sincerely can't wait for Nvidia earnings, September to come by. We need this market to wake up. We've been getting a really slow market. Things look bullish though. You're switching, yeah, that 4 hour is turning around as well. Things are looking bullish. I'm looking to take one more trade. The first trade put me a little bit into drawdown. I want to find trade on my personal account, to be honest. Andrew Tate, Bugatti, and Aston Martin were rented. Do you really think they were rented? Like, there's a huge difference. Were they rented in a literal sense, or were they rented as someone who is smart financially? Or they were rented from a company without ever owning it. It's I think you have to be quite stupid if you believe that Tate, whether you love him or not, that's not the point, or hate him. But I think you have to be quite stupid to think like, oh yeah, he went to the rental company and be like, rent me Bugatti. No, it's not even about leasing. It's about like, it's so clear. Like somebody did the maths that he would have paid the car guy, you know, the bald guy who posts like supercars. I think he's like has like Finnish accent, super rich guy. He has like probably hundreds of cars. He posts like car videos. He cries about the new engines, electric. Thomas, I think is his name. He made calculation that if Tate would have rented his car, the Bugatti costs 4-5 million. If he rented the Bugatti the whole time, he would have paid like 50 million. I think it was about protecting assets on 100%. It's so logical. Like he had a company that purchased the Bugatti or other cars. I mean, he had like 100 cars, no? That company is somewhere that there is another company offshore. They pay the minimum amount of taxes on purchases like this. You can't take the car if, again, what's happening with him happens, right? He speaks a lot of shit, so he probably expected that some shit is gonna happen. They're gonna freeze their assets and stuff. So it's so logical that he rented the car for like €5. It's like you're not gonna have. Well, he had. I saw the picture that he had like headrest with his name on it. Headrest with his name. Yeah, of course. You're gonna rent 4 million car, and they're gonna let your name. They're gonna put your name into a headrest embedded. It's I don't really care about him, but it's so obvious in terms of like, come on. Nobody's gonna rent Bugatti for 6 years. You're gonna pay 50 million for a car to rent when you can buy you can buy like 7 of them for the same money. That doesn't make sense. People, you know the whole the whole rental thing about the dating is amazing example how there are really unsuccessful people who just want to catch something like, ha, I knew it, he rented those cars, I knew it. Like that makes them feel better because they know they ain't doing shit with their lives, they have no money, they don't have anything going with their life. So they are praying that what they see is fake because same thing is not happening with their life. They know they can't buy either Lamborghini or Bugatti or whatever. And they pray they can get that, oh, there's a news, he rented, now yes, I'm happy. Because he's not who I thought he's be, because I thought it's impossible. You know, it's the jealous mindset, it's the envious mindset, it's... I don't understand jealous people. I really don't understand. You're the only one responsible for your life. If you can't get your life together, it's your fucking fault. It's that simple. The person who owns Lamborghini has nothing to do with your life. It's whether you're jealous or happy for them, it doesn't change anything for you. So we better be happy for them, right? But being jealous because someone has Lamborghini is, in my opinion, the fucking like, what? My old boss, AI Colstein in Chicago, is worth almost $1 billion now. I know he has a still leasing company a couple of years ago, as he can write off these things as a business cost. Exactly, like the way people operate on a rich level, like if you can buy Bugattis, if you can buy yachts, you can buy mansions and so on, right? You don't think like a normal person. You don't think like, oh, I have 2 million on my bank account, let me go buy a Bugatti. You're gonna have someone who you pay hundreds of thousands, who's gonna make the whole scheme for you, who's gonna set up those companies. He's gonna put the system together for you to own those mansions, cars, whatever you want, in a way that you pay the lowest taxes, you have the lowest correlation to your income, it's someone's businesses, you rent from them and so on, and then you don't have taxes on it. It's like the people who are so rich that they don't care about buying Lamborghini are never thinking the same way as me and you, right? They are thinking completely differently. We see like money a little bit differently. We see like, okay, I have 100 euros on my bank account, this is what I can buy. My guy is ex Goldman Sachs, he constantly borrows money to reinvest. I mean, yeah, it's people live on leverage, right? They understand leverage. They don't think I need liquid enough money to buy something. I know even in Estonia, I know some stories about real estate developers. They go to the bank without bank asking them for deposit for 100 million investment. Bank is like, yeah, we're gonna give you 100 millions because you know how to put projects together, and you're gonna, like, you only need to present the plan, and you don't need to even put 20% down, you don't need to put 10% down, 5% down. Bank literally gives you all 100% of the money you require for a project because you are that guy. It's completely different levels to it than just us as no offense, like I'm talking myself as well, like peasants who don't have money to do stuff like that. There's a golden saying as well that if you are in debt to the bank for like 200,000, you have a problem. If you have debt of 200 million from the bank has a problem, right? There's a like huge difference. Like if bank gives you 200 million, they gonna treat you like royalty. If you owe a bank 300,000, they treat you like a peasant who needs to pay. There is a reason for that. Like if you owe a bank few hundred million, they're gonna invite you to lunches, they're gonna invite you to dinner, they're gonna ask if you want more. But if you owe your house for a bank, they're not gonna invite you for a lunch. They're gonna ask, okay, can you pay us on the exact this day? But guys, I think market is on its bullshit again. It's like one of the, one of the things that I always was been amazed to is how rich people sold watches for not rich people. I honestly think that like expensive watches are like the most stupid thing that the poor people or people who don't have actual money can buy. Like the only reason I think Bare Naked was the one who said it multiple times, but the only reason like those watches cost 300,000, it's because they can take 300,000 with them without any tax into another country. Right, it's you moving a lot of money to another country without any tax problems, any like you don't need to file uh, any applications to, like, you can't take cash like 200,000 into a plane without declaring it and like doing stuff, and without being suspicious and everything. Now you buy 200,000 watch, you carry the same money everywhere. You want 200,000 without tax in another country? Okay, I'm gonna take my watch, I'm gonna sell it there. Mm, God damn, my first long makes me a little bit mad. Anyone has any songs they want to play? Kristen played one song. Things look so bullish that you might just want to long from here again. I think we're gonna have a really trendy day up now. Unironically, I would want to buy at the same level where I took my first long, 250s, 230s. Oh, the irony. Guys, are you in any trades? Like, are you seeing some A plus setups here? That inverse orb was the best setup, huh? On both sides. I was looking for longs when we had this reversal, right? But this was the best trade. Two trades. I took longs, got stopped out, took another portion of longs, and went back to break even. I lost 200 and a little bit more on my first trade, and then made it all back on my second trade. My first trade, Martin, was around here, 230s. I was looking for pounds here, got stopped out about 200s. And my another trade was right here. I took profits, trailed my stop around here. So now, no, two trades so far. Okay, we are getting the 250s. I might buy here one more time, to be honest. I like how we closed, even if we are not closing super bullish this 15-minute candle. Man, this market is real before Nvidia earnings market. I think we might even get this, right? Would be a little bit unfortunate, but I see it happening. Martin, how are you feeling? You have a birthday coming up. I think you told me yesterday that your birthday is 2 days after my birthday, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, my memory is. I'm getting old. I'm getting old. My memory might not be so good anymore. Mm-hmm. 28th August. Oh, you're the same as one of my best friends. 28th of August. It's Martin, if you believe into spiritual and universal stuff, 28 is a money number. It's people say that if you have 8 in your birthday, you are destined to make a lot of money. You're more you're like a golden child for money in terms of like from the universe, whether you believe it or not. I'm feeling old. 40 is a middle age. Martin, I have a question for you. When I turn 20, the next moment I'm 30. You know, you blink and you're 30 years old, like I am tomorrow. The question I have for you is is it the same from 30 to 40? Because I feel like 20 is shit fly by. Yeah, 8 it's the Chinese numerology, if I'm not mistaken. 8 is a money of 8 is like number for money. So if you have 8 in your birthday, your name combination gives 8. There's a lot of companies that purposefully start their company on 8 and so on. For me, like 20 is like, I feel I did a lot, but at the same time it flew past so quick. But I'm happy with my 20s. I'm not regretting my 20s at all. I feel I lived my 20s as I should have. Started few businesses here and there, failed them, made money with few of them, to be honest. Worked in different companies, started trading. Now it took longer for me because my life between 30 and 40 was filled with more events. Between 20 and 30, I practically did nothing. And if you do nothing, time passes quickly, at least for me. Yeah, that's true as well, right? Everybody talks how fast time passes, but they don't do anything with their lives. We are all in our social medias, right? We live in our phones and then we say the time passes quickly. Although I will always stand on it that time does passes more quickly now than it used to, no matter what or who says to me anything else. I truly believe time is not the same as it was 20 years ago. But technology definitely has part of it in terms of how we observe time. If we are in our computers, on our phones all the time, of course, life passes by, right? We don't actually live life. We live someone else's life. We watch someone else live life. Man, we are getting deep, but it's fucking true, right? If we spend our time on YouTube, on social media, watching, like, we are so programmed now to watch other people live lives, and then we're like, why time is going so fast? Bitch, you ain't living your life, that's why. I limit social media, not a TikToker. Me too. I have a limit on my phone as well. I used to have 2 hours a day. Now I have 45 minutes for both. I'm okay. You see the brain rot doom scroll for 45 minutes per day. Sometimes I extend it. It will ask me like log out or extend 50 minutes. Sometimes I do extend 50 minutes. But 45 minutes is my limit. I feel it, right? The more you spend there, again, you're watching other people live life. I see what you mean, Christian. But I still believe we don't have the same. The time is not moving the same way as it used to. There is no way. There is no fucking way. Yeah, Stuart, to be honest, like, I don't even check anymore what people are doing on social media in terms of who I follow. I only check reels. I'm the doom scroller for the 45 minutes. I have fried my brain a little bit. But I don't even care about the normal Instagram feed. I only care about reels. The reels, if they're funny or they're entertaining, that's the only time I feel like, okay, I understand why I'm paying for my phone internet. I've never been a fan of celebrities like Ronaldo. That's the funny thing as well. I never been a celebrity brazier, in a sense. Like, I never been like, oh, I need to see what this celebrity is doing every day, and I'm following their trauma and so on. The only trauma that I was watching every day like a hawk, like oh, I want to see every day what's happening, was the Kendrick versus Drake beef. That was for me. I was like glued. I want to see the Drake versus Kendrick. I want to see every update. I want to see people reactions. That was the only time I was really engaged in celebrity stuff. When Drake and Kendrick went into beef, into hip hop battle. I was a crazy 1 week or how much it lasted. I don't remember. I was in Thailand and I was on my beach. I was refreshing Twitter. I was refreshing everything. I was like, give me new song, give me new something new. That was the only time I truly lived like some people watch Kardashians, you know. My little cousin is glued to GTA 6 leaks. He's an idiot while watching an unfinished game. I watched few, and then I was like, I'm gonna buy this game for myself. This game has been developed for 10 years or more. It's probably the best game that ever created. I'm not gonna lie. I believe into hype. I believe that GTA. I started with GTA 2, I believe. And I honestly believe it's gonna be the best game of our lifetime so far in terms of details and all the possibilities you can do, and I think it's fun for every single age group. So I was like, if I'm gonna play it in November, I want that experience to be first hand. And then I saw a few leaks and I was like, okay, the game looks fucking amazing. Whether it's unfinished or not, the leaks look amazing. The game looks amazing. They are probably exceeding the expectations. I don't want to see anything else. And now I'm gonna wait until November to actually see the game. I lived in Miami and it's legitimate. That's one of the coolest things. People say the same thing. That if you're from Miami, that game is million times cooler than for anyone else. Or if you lived in Miami, right? That game is like legit 1-to-1 with the city. Like, how cool is that? If you live like few years in Miami, you can go to the same places, run through some NPCs, do stupid shit. Maybe go and rob my friend's store, lol, let's see. Exactly, like, you can do stupid shit like this. Now, GTA 6 is probably like the time where I'm planning to buy myself a new TV only for this moment. My TV is quite old, and I was like, okay, I'm probably gonna buy a new TV before GTA 6 comes out. I have big TV, but it's old. When I play games, I can feel how it's old. I have PlayStation 5, I sometimes play. And yeah, I'm the consumer. My girl likes it for driving around and the radio. The leak showed us that it's gonna be so crazy. You can drive at night, take helicopter, go ride. Man, it's gonna be very fun, I think. I think like for the first 1 week, 2 weeks, I'm gonna be playing more than I should, and then as hype dies down, you play it whenever you want. But yeah, I'm excited for it as well. It's also crazy that I remember the last time GTA 5 came out, I was in high school. I had friends over in my house, in my parents' house. We smoked little Mary Chain. Mary Chain hit like crazy. You laugh. What year was that? Check. GTA 5 release 2013, so 13 years ago. I was in high school. I was 16 years old. I remember so well. We were smoking little Mary Chain. We were young in my house. I remember ordering pizza was the funniest thing ever because you were high and then you called and then you were laughing. Shit was so funny. Oh, to be 16 again, huh? But yeah, I was 16 years old, 15 or 16 years old when GTA 5 came out. Now I'm turning 13 one day. It's different way you approach new game coming out and yada yada yada. Man, this market is. Don't get me wrong. I know I'm talking a lot about all the other stuff than markets, but if I see something in the markets, I will comment. I just don't see anything. And it's been like this for a few days now. This especially today. Like today we had London and Asia like this. We had 1 hour of action and now we're probably gonna continue here again, right? I think like they say summer trading and blah blah blah. I think August was the real month of summer trading. Mess dancing near 690s. It might we might be just bullshit market until the close and Nvidia earnings. What do we think about Nvidia earnings? They're always exceeding the expectations. The funny thing is, if Nvidia exceeds the expectations and they have a nice numbers, they always drop after earnings. It's like they are expecting Nvidia to actually cure cancer and make 10 times the expectations. But like, I don't see a world where Nvidia meet, don't crash the earnings, like where they miss earnings. I don't see it. Like there's such a profitable business, and AI is growing so rapidly as well that they are just, it's hard to see that company miss earnings. But when it happens, guys, I will go short on my personal account for, oh, we're gonna size up on that short. If there is gonna be a day where Nvidia misses earnings, I think this market is absolutely cooked. But I don't think it's gonna be anytime soon. Or capex spend, right? Capex spend is actually what market is looking for. If it's still sustainable, if it's still growing. But we are in the middle of the orb. In middle of the orb, you usually don't want to trade so much. We are building a slow uptrend on shorter time frame. We haven't given up any EMAs on 1 hour. I still think the 400s is a realistic target. The 1 hour and 4 hour doesn't look so bad. For sure a sell if Nvidia fail. Yeah, I'm gonna go into like actual size short position if Nvidia starts showing, like if I know it's gonna be quick, like in terms of how you get in, but I think we actually the market is gonna have like 20% correction if Nvidia starts dragging this market down. That's gonna be the investors panic. But I don't think it's gonna be today. It will be a quick sell, stall, and then sell again once it hit the news. Yeah, it's right. Like, will you short if it drops 1,000 points in 2 minutes? Will you protect yourself with 1,000 points? Got into NQ short. Am I cooked? Mm, I don't think you're cooked. Depends where your entry is. I think you just will see your trade go into profit and then into a loss and then into a profit and into a loss. Like you trade essentially, if you're long in your trade essentially, if we close candle above this, then we might have actually a chance to go to 400s. Fibra tracement for better short. But smooth operator, I don't see how you're cooked, and I don't see how you're cooking a lot as well. Depends where your entry is. If you enter at the lows, you might take some hit, but this market is you might cook with your short, but I'm honestly expecting that we'll see. But I think this is very realistic, unfortunately. But where's your entry, Smooth? Is this the most choppy market on a lower time frame we have seen? This has been every single day for the last 2 weeks. Like if you zoom out on 15 minutes, chop, 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 chop. Like it's been really fucking bad. I don't want to complain about markets or price action because we need to trade whatever is in front of us, but these are all 16-hour chop, 1 day chop, 2 days of chop, almost 24 hours of chop. I like your TP. If market really starts to go, I agree with your TP. 29,091. Man, that was by yesterday TP when I was shorting on during New York Open. When it swept the 1 minute high, I entered. This one here. Do you have any divergence? No. No, I think your short might cook. I think you only fucked if you close candle above orb. It's just like we just expected if it doesn't go, we might chop here for a while. Let's put some music on my YouTube, friends. Guys, if you want music on stream, join us on Kick. If you don't want music, you don't care about music, stay on YouTube. Yeah, I think once we have NVIDIA earnings, we have BC now, we have CPI like 29, 260 entry, 290 stop loss. Okay, you're protecting yourself there. What was your entry? 260. Ah, you're not so bad. You're good entry. Not the worst entry. But you better pray that we break those or those range lows. We actually might dump from here. I don't want to read so much into it when we are chopping. It's the most dangerous thing to do. Oh, we now might actually have a breakout. And then it's like, ah, never mind, we are back here, right? Like the more the market gives you a job, the less you want to read into it. Like now it's time to enter, because as soon as you FOMO, I think your entry is solid. But I wouldn't jump into shorts here, right? Like now it's the breakout time. How's the volume for the last few days? Oh, it's bad. Wait. Are we getting low volume as well, right? Yeah, it's the lowest in summertime. We have the lowest volume as well. So this is the summertime trading. I don't think June and July was so much, but like, who are we choking here, huh? This is disgusting. The only thing that like makes me a little bit excited is if I go on a daily chart. Yes, daily. No, there is no excitement here. Bro, what the fuck? We're probably gonna have a bigger move tomorrow then, right? Right, guys? Can't wait for September. Me too, Stuart. Me too. The more I look at this chart, the more I'm like, the more disappointed I am. Look at this. Let's put it on scale, right? This is 1 week of this. Don't get me wrong. This is I know this is 600 points. We used to have 600 points, 700 point days. Flies through levels outside of summer. Imagine MQ is the same. Yeah. I honestly think everyone is enjoying the last days of summer, like institutions as well. Because the thing is, we didn't really what we have Fed chairman earnings after, yeah, like 20 minutes after the market closes, after the US closes. We had PCE today, we had CPI last week. I don't see that there is like something we are waiting as a market as well, besides Nvidia earnings. Nvidia gonna scope all those highs, surely. Hi, Trullo, nice to have you on Kick. Yeah, that's what I've been thinking as well, Trollo. That those highs, right? Here, we have so many highs. Surely we're gonna get the sweep. I really hope we do. Previous weekly, where's the last week low? Last week low is okay. We are dancing at the last week's low as well. 200 is the last week low. 200 is a strong level. Yeah, I hope so, Trullo. I hope, my friend. Because I mean, to be honest, I have had every day maybe one trade. Today was the only day I took 2 trades, but every day it's been 1 trade. And then I'm like, am I under trading? I go away from the markets for a little bit. I come back and I see that's it. 1 trade per day. We don't get more. Although I'm starting to a little bit like shorts. I like how we chop. ES is kind of getting momentum with volume to the downside. But it's not like a setup like, hey, let's go. Like it's still I will stay another 20 minutes. I hope we get some action. If we don't get action, it's the same as yesterday. I'm not gonna push it for no reason. And I don't wanna ruin my last trading day as 29. Oh, I don't wanna sound dramatic. Trullo, you just turned 30 years old. It's not so bad, right? Not so bad. It's not so bad. I'm overthinking. I'm gonna play some CS if this shit doesn't pump. Market rejects 260. I can go short. Now it went up. I mean, it's a true chop of the chops. Like, look at this hourly chart. It's disgusting. They call it on TikTok Nasdaqistan. Thinking you're old is a mental state. Fucking true that, Trullo. That's true. That is true. It is a mental state. It is a mental state. Trullo knows what's up. Unless you're like 70 years old, then it's time to think, yeah, I'm a little bit old. I don't want to zoom out on this chart. It looks... I don't want to see this. I don't think there's much manual trading going on here. I think it's all just algo trading. Financial choice. Let's see if we have any news. Iran is still in wartime situation. Its nuclear sites have not been secured for inspections. Trump said something, no time scheduled for negotiations with Iran to resume, so bearish news. Both economic warfare and military strikes are effective against Iran. That he said this 1 hour ago and market didn't move. US is winning very big and Iran economy is falling apart. That's the same shit every week. Pump it time now? Wait. We're making new highs. We might have a little short time divergence here. We have a small divergence, to be honest. NQ came and took out those highs here. Okay, we are finding some momentum here. Let's see if we actually go out from this choppiness. No. No money, no honey, huh? Might be a potential setup forming. This chart looks so horrible. Coming to test the VWAP deviation bands above VWAP. Stochastic. Wow. If we go back to the lows, wow. But we have the divergence. Did this come with some news? I don't think so, right? What's the individual stocks doing today? VIX is flat. QQQ is Nasdaq, so we don't care. Nvidia flat. Apple slightly green. That's usually bearish. Google down. Amazon almost flat. AMD up. Meta up. Micron a little bit up. Treasury yields, we have 20-year yield 5.1. We still don't see the treasury yields at 5, which will really, I think, start crunching this market down. But what's Bitcoin doing today? Bitcoin is down a little bit, 78,000. Bitcoin testing its last cycle all-time highs. Okay, we have a little bit bullish move here, but knowing the last few days, might not last very long for bulls. I think trading any breakout is very hard in these conditions. You might get chopped out. You go long here, expecting a breakout. Yeah, you rather long here, right? Range lows. Or short right now. That's a higher probability trade. Maybe now we push higher. I really don't want to get behind into any move right now. Okay, 15 minutes and I'm going. If this market doesn't wake up, I'm gonna take my 60-cent loss for the day. I don't care. I want to see a setup, but we are not getting. You know what's funny? As soon as I started streaming, this shit turned into a chop. And now we've been chopping every single day. I started streaming last week, no? I think so. 2 weeks ago. A previous weekly lows here. No, we have previous weekly. This is 2-week old low. This is not updated. This feels like I want to play CS instead of this shit. Come on, give us something, market. We've been making 100-point orb and we've been then staying inside the orb. I still was expecting that 400 today. Maybe we will get it, maybe we're not gonna get it, but where's my water? Snoop Doggy Dog. Seems this divergence might stop existing soon. surely we're gonna get some moves, right? In 10 minutes. How was London closing? London closing was bearish. Hi guys, I don't want to watch this anymore. I don't see trades. I don't see this market doing anything. I'm gonna call it quits here. I'm gonna get ready to turn 30 years old tomorrow. So guys, if the market is not giving us opportunities, don't trade. There's a million things to do instead of trading bad setups, right? You don't want to trade bad setups. If you trade bad setups, you're gonna regret it. But anyways, guys, I see you next week. I'm gonna be out for tomorrow and Friday. I'll try to post some market updates. And much love to all of you. I see you when I'm 30 years old.